So at the end of the last series of streams, we were wrapping up the final missions that we had on Monarch. Cannon's Cradle. Yeah, Cannon's Cradle is the point at which I effectively have to decide between the Iconoclasts and MSI, but I'm trying to make them negotiate amongst one another. There's the Secret Lab in Cascadia. This is the one where I'm going to need a certain crew. I've already forgotten who the crew are going to be, but yeah, I'm going to need a certain crew for it. And Phineas, I'm also going to have to speak to. Apparently on Monarch, yeah, the location for this one is wrong. That should just show it in space. Speaking of the ones in space, yeah, this is Hermit on Scylla, Cascadia on Monarch. Yeah, this is another one. This should be on the Monarch, and the Radio-Free Monarch one should now be down in space. Ellie and the Vicar, I think. Yeah, I believe it was Sawbones or a Survivalist. So I think it was Ellie or Nyoka, and then I think after that it was Vicar or Pavati. So I think it was, I think it was like engineering or hacking, because I think the Vicar has the ability to hack for some reason. Visit Hayes' grave. Yeah, but again, Hayes' grave. This is in Monarch, right? God. All right, let's do that one. You don't play any more Slay the Spire? I do play Slay the Spire. I am just taking a little bit of a break from it at the moment because I'm a little bit burned out. I will be back before you know it. Okay, so if I'm taking out, you know, just my normal crew of Felix and Nyoka while I do the things that aren't related to the other mission, it should be fine. He has Goose Science. Glad to hear it. Alright, we'll take both of those. We're just looking to roll with Nyoka's companion mission at the moment. Okay. I mean, I'm holding all this weaponry. I think I was holding it so that I can change someone's weaponry like Felix, but the Pro Tossball blocker turned out to be way, way better than the Tremor Cleaver Ultra, even fully upgraded. A little frustratingly so, in fact. Alright, so in this area, Hayes' grave has got to be out in the main. Alright, yeah, it's over here near Cascadia. So we can actually just teleport to Cascadia and we can pick up a couple things there already. Gotta go, enjoy the stream, love the new emote. Catch you around, silly. Enjoy your day. Hey, hey, how's it going, man? It's going pretty well. We are just starting back up for the 5 hours today for the Outer Worlds. Just wrapping up the missions at the end of Monarch. Oh, God. Coffee time. So I've also got to pick up the punch here. What's it? Side quest, such clues. No, no, no. Sweetheart cakes. There we are. Apparently this facility down here. So I also didn't actually fully explore this area the time that I came to it, so I should probably go through that. Just because it was a little bit full of enemies last time I was here.
Wonder if we'll find any bodies moldering in there.
Okay, could have sworn that was going to go for the instant kill. Do we have slightly damaged? Yeah, slightly damaged weapon. Fine. I hate that we need to keep that basically in tip-top. Although if I'd also crouched there, I would have gotten sneak damage and I would have gotten the kill instantaneously. Unfortunately, like, it does give me a little bit of a visual indication of exactly how much overkill damage we're doing, which means that I don't really have that much damage to spare before I'm no longer one-shotting enemies. Well, if it's going to lead me to the next discoverable building, may as well.
Here they come.
Yeah, that one's not going to work, but I'm just going to go for the kicks then. My companions are way, way too powerful to worry about any of this. Oops. I'm going to quickly go blow my nose. Sorry about that. I accidentally didn't leave myself with tissues in the room. And back. Whew. Let's go for that again. also wonder if you can have a build that's effectively just, I've got my 2 companions and I keep getting them to refresh their abilities. Because there are enough perks that seem to lean towards that, as well as the entire leadership tree. When a companion kills an enemy, all companion ability cooldowns negative 20%. When a companion kills an enemy, the party gains critical chance plus 20% for 5 seconds. Companion skill bonuses to player skills plus 100%. Actually, getting inspiration to 60 would be pretty significant. But in addition to all of that, there's all of these perks that are like, where are we? Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown on each critical hit. Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown on other companion abilities. Lower companion abilities for each of your kills. I wonder if you can just stack all of those and send all of your companions killing everyone. I strongly suspect so. But unfortunately, because you can't redo your summary attributes, it'll be a little difficult to just respec my character to do that at the end of the game. Authorized users. Cecil McClaw, Ira Boyd. Unable to establish connection to Rizzo Inc. Monetary processing. The terminal is now in default log and message viewing mode. Go for February 4th, 2344. So 2334, I think, is actually... Is it 2334 or is it 2343? It's one of those 2 years where the announcement was made that everyone had to leave Monarch. Yep. Yeah, I was right. Law help me. Help us all. I saw one, frothing in the mouth, barely able to string together a word or two, walking at me as if to devour me whole. Zoro was right. There are monsters here. We need to get out if we want to live. Day later, Cecil, you aren't insane. They were people once. I don't know what they are now. Zoro. Cecil, these crazy assholes don't know how to use a keypad. I took one from my clinic office and installed it at the bridge gate. 2613, be safe. Okay, so I've got the keypad for the bridge gate. Although I don't really need that at all. Ursat's sweetheart cake. Perfect. We'll take that. How close are we to the end of Pavati's mission? Effectively just giving her the food at the moment. Is that? Because I'm pretty sure that's basically all this area is for. Pick up that and the employee review. Don't need the Mark Pistol Mark 2. I'll take mag pick just in case though. Lockpicking still needs to go up. That's fair. That's fair. Although, wait, do it? Lockpicking doesn't need to go up. It's already 90, and it's got the withdrawal effect -3. So actually, if I pop drugs, I'm on 96. And then all I need... Pristine item chance? That's not needed. Like, yeah, it would be great if I found a pristine hunting rifle, but it's not necessary. It's another 20 points that I could throw elsewhere. Quite happily, in fact. Plus 100% chance. Yeah, I mean, that just doubles the chance to find them, and they're, you know, pretty rare already. It'd be really, really sad if I did that and then I found a pristine hunting rifle and then I was like, okay, cool. That's all I really needed. Now I guess I respec out of it. Although I can't respec out of it, right? I can't reskill out of that. One. I mean, if I can't find the head, I'll just shoot vaguely in that direction.
I need to never turn my back to you.
Works perfectly well. So that picks up the quest that we had directly in this area, and then slightly further from it is Star-Crossed Troopers. You see a reference to Starship Troopers. What a hooligan. Sorry, bud. You got a delectable looking head over there.
I love a good brawl. Here I come.
I'm afraid I have to separate it from your body. Boom crew, roll out. How's it going, Pizza Pie? Ah, right, of course. The headshot actually dealt damage to the Marauder Lookout as well. Good to see that finally in effect. It is only 25% of the damage that it does in terms of the headshot. But I don't know, it can add up. It still does feel like I use the same amount of bullets regardless of whether or not I deal splash damage on headshots. Machine gun Mark 2, don't want that. Effectively, the only way they're going to hide things is near the structures here, right? Shot cannon ultra, we've seen that before. One-handed melee, we've seen that before as well. Let's take a look at regardless.
Nice work.
Is Haze's Grave further? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought Haze's Grave was somehow what they were actually guarding here for some reason. Can't imagine why they would. Fear of the Moon Cruise increased by 20% thanks to the Zalgo text. I felt the Zalgo text was just the perfect companion to the
Raps.
Moon Cruise
Clear
plight.
the sulfur sun fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
Something ordinary but twisted. Works perfectly for them. Alright, so if it's just that Colossus, we'll go for them easily, but no, it isn't. There's spitters as well. So I'm effectively just going to try and fight the spitters, wait for the aggro to get lost, fight another spitter, wait for the aggro to get lost, and then open up on the Colossus. Be a little slow and methodical about it all. Unfortunately, I will need to see the spitter's head so that I can stack my crit and weak spot damages. Well then. Turn around. That'll do.
Here we go. Hey, Bob, watch
I just
this.
love that you can get Felix to dropkick almost anything with reckless disregard for his own safety.
To shreds, you say?
He simply does not care.
That's the last.
Much appreciated, Felix. Also, it does seem like Felix actually kind of shredded that enemy, to be entirely honest. Alright, Haze's Grave, examine. Buried near the surface of Haze's Grave is a small lockbox. Its hinges rusted through, and its wood almost completely rotted. It nearly falls apart in your hands. But in it, you manage to find a tarnished silver medallion, bearing the words Karen. That's what you were looking for, Nyoka?
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
Okay, well, I already have Hiram unlocked. Why do we need their help again? If I never see that man again, it'll be too soon. Hold on, tell me about the UDL contract. Go for the first one.
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
You didn't try to find them? It sounds like they abandoned you. So I think I've actually solved the other side of this quest, right? Aren't these the two people that Ash left behind? You didn't try to find them?
I should have. I really should have. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so.
That's fair. Booze makes better friends anyway. That's a concerning amount of barrage to carry around. What it's worth, I'm glad you're trying to confront it first up first.
Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Maybe it'll stop me screaming at night. Now come on, let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age.
Hiram's like a little persnickety, like a kind of older man, but he's not particularly aged. I didn't feel, at least. Maybe that's an artifact from a time where Hiram was a much older character. Wait, where are the stairs? Over here. We've got it. Here's hoping this is the last time we have to interact with him, regardless, though.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the universe to cut me some slack?
Nyoka needs a favor, bud.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Glad to hear it.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
She's your friend and she's in need and you're the only one who can help. I've had it with your selfishness. Help her or there'll be consequences. Or she's trying to track down a lucrative contact. We could give you a cut. Yeah, I'm gonna intimidate.
Whoa, hey, there is zero need for violence in this station. Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
Those moments of goodwill are the
Be a
reason
doll
you're
and
not
shoot any
dead yet,
marauders you
bud.
spot on the way down.
You're lucky they've spared you. Alright, back to the map for the broader region. Really? It actually wants me to go to the Stellar Bay? Why? What mission does it think I'm trying to complete right now? Search the outpost in Stellar Bay. Alright then. Maybe it's just bugging out because I'm inside of a building right now. I'm looking at the the regional map rather than local map. Nope, doesn't look like it was bugging out for that reason. Maybe the outpost is just directly next to this. Although I thought all of the Mantiqueens were pretty damn far. That is to say, pretty damn far from the Stellar Bay so that you don't spawn in and just immediately start fighting Mantiqueens. Alright, never mind, it actually is in town. It could just be like a UDL outpost for sending people further. Let's actually back up where the ship is. I mean, I could wait for the loading screen on the fast travel, or one thing I've actually heard about this game that I didn't even think about, but I'm very grateful for, is the fact that anytime you get on an elevator, both of your companions immediately just get on. It's only unreliable? Does the elevator squish you if you're under it? Only one way to find out.
To all crew members, there is only...
Really? You're trying to direct me to... But we are already... Oh, Monarch isn't Terra 2. Right, Monarch is Terra 1.
one toilet on the ship.
That's my bad. Well, if we're going back out, we'll take the different crew, right? And if we're taking the different crew, we've got to make sure they have the right stuff. So, Ellie, do you have stuff that I care that much about? No. You've got a pristine revolver Mark II that I can just probably modify a couple times over. Although I have modified this, haven't I? And it's completely garbage still, right? You can't give this a sight that makes it better. You can't give it a barrel that makes it much better. And then your armor is factory stock. What are your abilities? Lie, medical, and engineering. You also generate less threat, you deal more range damage, and you recover health when fatally wounded, and you've got showtime. Yeah, so I definitely just want to give you a pistol that I make really, really good. Speaking of, actually, Ellie, let's make sure that your weapon is always ranged. Yes. Distance is always medium. Yeah, that's fine as well. Mode, always aggressive, also fine. We'll take all of our mods out of here first, though. Beautiful. Just because we should be able to continue modifying her armor at the absolute least. Whew. These repairs are really, 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 really expensive. Alright, so the revolver. This is the one that we already have tinkered a bunch. It's already quite powerful. So we're looking to try and modify it if at all possible. Fun times barrel, extra critical damage. Yeah, we can throw that on. And then you've already got the Magnum. We do have a Mag 2 melt right now, but I don't really want to make this corrosive. Ideally, I want to make one of my other weapons corrosive. Maybe even my Deadeye assault rifle. Does seem like a good idea to me, actually. Range weapon spread lower. Weapon range extra. Super scope, I definitely don't want to put that on there. And then post armor damage dealt. Yeah. That seems correct. Just want extra damage on that thing. Alright. One thing that I haven't done yet, actually, is have a look at... Yeah, Extendo Sight is the one that I have on my hunting rifle. If I were to modify my hunting rifle, I could actually pop the Super Scoper on there. And that's the first time I've ever seen this thing. It says that it's reducing the range of the weapon to add that. Alright, I'm gonna save, zoom. Yeah, that's not particularly far. Let's modify it. Yeah, it's further. Not incredibly significant, sadly. Still probably worth keeping on there, I think. Okay, Thunder has shock on it. One thing I may want to consider is changing this to plasma. That is to say, my my hunting rifle to plasma. And then changing my Deadeye assault rifle to corrosive. Because then I have Thunder, a long gun with lightning. I have this with plasma. And then I have another one. How low is the range now? What do you mean low? It said that it was lowering the range in the graphic, but it doesn't seem to. The max range is 200. Effective range is 65. 265. Let's actually reload before we've got that modifier and then have a look at it again. Yeah, its effective range and its max range are much higher when it has the extender sight. Interesting. Extremely unfortunate as well. So its extendo sight weapon range plus 25% up against something that gives you a scope but does not increase the range of the weapon for some reason. Yeah, so you can add a 6x zoom scope, or you can increase the range. It gives you a 2x scope that also extends the weapon's maximum range. I mean, I think we stick with that. We need the increased maximum range. Sight gives plus 25% range. This gives better zoom. If there were more options, then yeah. But this is like, Super Scoper is the only time that I found this mod in particular. And for it to be significantly worse than a mod that I find attached to almost every weapon, is a little disappointing. Okay, so let's put plasma on this. Right, and then the Hammersmith Deadeye Assault Rifle. I want to make this one corrosive, but I also don't want to modify this one if there's a second tier Hammersmith Deadeye Assault Rifle. Sort of a drawback for less zoom but higher range, so more damage if you can hit, but easier time to hit. It's a little bit of a trade-off, but for something that's rare, I wouldn't really want to make a trade-off. I don't know if I use the mag to melt right now. I desperately, desperately want to, but I don't know if I can justify it. I do have a follower who is actually using a corrosive weapon at the moment. I might just leave it to them. Hey, John. Good to see you. Fine. Look, I'm just gonna find more mag to melt later, hopefully. So now we have one shock weapon, one plasma weapon, one corrosive weapon. It's only my stuff, though. We should also look at the armor. The armor that is currently on our companion. Oh, it's only showing me the tinkerable armor on my companions. Right, because you might have something, yeah, that's non-tinkerable. Already has stuff in it. So this is range weapon skills, skeletal muscular adrenal stimulator. Yeah, all of that's fine, actually. This is completely fine for Vicamax. The melt one adds a lot of damage to each shot. Well, that's going to make me feel sad about the fact I didn't put it on my hunting rifle then. Oops. So that's a Tactical Shotgun Mark II versus Euthanasia Kit. Euthanasia Kit would need to be upgraded so many times before it actually even competes. Tactical Shotgun Mark II, I though have a barrel modifier on. I do have increased crit damage though. Armor's good for your Moon Crew. The armor seems to be pretty good for my Moon Crew. Because we're taking out Vigor Max and Ellie, right? Yeah, and Ellie's also got decent armor. Although we could modify that a little bit more and upgrade it a little bit more. Although also thinking of that, right? Why not just throw something else on instead? Because that's 21, level 13, and it has 7 in sneak. It does have factory stock armor plating, which is neat, but it might not even need that. Okay. So she likes handguns, primarily. Not two-handed melee, not two-handed melee, probably not tech skills. Definitely not melee damage, because that's a hat. We cannot replace the Moon Crew's moon hats. We don't want to give her heavy armor. Ranged weapon, skills +5, light. So this is medium armor that's 21. This is light. It hasn't got any modifications on it, but it has the ability to pick up 4. The only problem is, God, it is not fashionable. It is absolutely tragic. And sincerely, I'll probably end up avoiding something just for that reason. My own character's gear, how that looks, doesn't really matter that much because I'm not looking at it often, but my companions, they're always in my sight. It actually seems like the previous one is probably the best that I can currently put on you. I can modify that with a couple of things that are complete garbage then. I maybe even put a hunter's thing in it, just for extra range skills. Would be useful. Alright, let's modify armor, this one. So it already has factory stock armor plating. I can throw in toughened of either 2 degrees. Yeah, it looks like those are actually lowering my armor. Chronofill Aggregator, restore some of your TTD meter whenever you score a critical hit. It has cooldown, no. Electrocharge Surface, no. Don't want that on you. Thug Kit. For melee weapon skills +5 and defense skills +10. That's one that I'm going to want to put on a piece of equipment for Felix, definitely. Silver Tongue Kit, no. Melee and defense skills, no. So this one's pristine. This one isn't, but they have the same effect. There's no durability for mods, so is it literally just for sale value in terms of pristine mods? Increase your ability with ranged weapons. Sure, I have 5 of those. There's no reason to be hoarding them still. I don't think any of these actually affect anything. I'm going to put backpack on there just in case it actually works and I get the extra carrying capacity. Apparently not. Also, apparently I'm actually holding all of my items at the moment. I thought I was only going to be taking all of my mods. Oops. That's all of the weaponry, all of the armor. Yep, we can actually throw them back now. Sweet. You wonder how tinkering repair price increases per tinker and how much in percentage the numerical ratings increase? The numerical ratings is in which? I feel like I kind of just want to throw everything in there and take some back out. Yeah, the price does seem to just double over and over. Appears to be the trend. I already have all of the weapons I need equipped, so sure. Bounce those out. Extra persuade. I mean, this has extra persuade. This has extra persuade in terms of 7 persuade anyway. Oh, right. I can actually put the nice hat away. The nice hat was only being kept out because it was part of the meme for the squad, but I've found an eye patch that works significantly better for that effect. And then after that, I think also I take back out tech skills +5 and stealth skills +5. Actually, the only stealth skill one that I need is the one that has lockpick, and one of these pieces of equipment just straight up has lockpick on it, if I recall correctly. That's hack. If none of them just straight up have lockpick, that's fine, but... Range weapon skills. Ah, there's lockpick on a helmet. Dialogue skills. One-handed melee, one-handed melee. Stealth skills, fine. I've also got to check out my own armor because I get double the bonus from things now. That is to say, I get double the bonus from armor, skill bonuses from armor. So I should try and make sure that I have whatever I need for that. Probably just use my hunter's kits and stuff like that at the absolute least. See, if I take this out, I'll have dialogue skills plus 10 by equipping this, as well as stealth skills plus 5. Well, stealth skills include lockpick, right? So we have hack as the only tech skill I really care about. Right? I think it's a tech skill. Damn it! I need to actually have the entire tree for this laid out in my mind. No, it's a stealth skill to both hack and lockpick. Right. So I can throw the hack one back, but I don't necessarily need to because it does actually give me 4 extra. The tech one, yeah, I am actually going to need a piece of clothing that just says tech plus 5. Fine. Fine. Stealth skills plus 5, lockpick plus 5, hack plus 7, and then just a tech plus 5. Stealth. There we go, tech. That'll do it. Then my own current armor looks absolutely garbage, but our speech is ridiculous. We could actually upgrade the physical stats. The only thing is this piece of armor I think I actually do need to get rid of. Like, I need to find something significantly better than, so I don't want to invest a bunch of stuff in it right now. Hey, Satan. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Alright. Let's also just pop some Adreno so that I'm not drug addicted at the moment. Or rather, at least not going through withdrawals. And we can finally go out to the mission that we've been queuing up for this entire time. Alright, Ellie, Vicar.
In one piece.
The mission, I think... Nope, it's not super far out there. Or I have the wrong one tagged. Wrong one tagged. Provided the food. Take them onto the Scylla. Yep, here it is. So I want to finish the space-time continuum first, just in case it has any impact on Cannon's Cradle. Who's your favorite companion so far? It's Pavati. It's always going to be Pavati. Oh, I'm not back on the ship, so I can't even show her off. Sadly. Doing her story quest has reinvigorated my hope for RPG writing. Oh, God. So good. Moon Crew branded Pringles when? Just ask Space's Choice. I'm sure they'd come out with that. Hang on. Message terminal? Sweet. I was just making sure that it wasn't actually leading me to an exit for some reason. Although I could have sworn I'd already... Ah, right, yes. No, I'd already explored this area. It's just I hadn't already descended. That Ruth Bellamy looks actually like very similar to Phineas Wells.
This is Rizzo's lab, all right. Place has more dust than sweetener now.
Thanks for the input, Vicar Max. Just got to run in every direction except for progression for a little bit here. You know, the standard affair. Phineas from Phineas and Herb. Phineas is in Phineas Wells, the scientist who put us up to this.
You got nimble fingers.
I'll keep my head down.
Feels like my hack and lockpick is going to be high enough that I'm going to trivialize a lot of stuff in here. Standard troop armor with 7. Hang on. Is that unique? No, it's not. I can never tell because the small icon, you can't see if it has the unique background. Reminder, personal messages on Rizzo time will result in mandatory deduction from your monthly candy fund. Signal Arda to land on the Cascadia pad or messages. Yeah, land on the Cascadia pad, I guess. From Redacted, subject, see you on the station. To L files, subject getting there, and from Redacted, subject, effects of O2 rationing on native fauna. Let's go from top down then. From Chartrand E to Redacted, see you at the station. I understand we're bound for a secondary lab. Will you be supervising our research this time, or will it be the standard work from the shadows routine? Ava. See you at the station. You will not see me, but I will be close. Continue your mission, Doctor. Report to me when you have achieved a mission end state. L file. From Chartrand to file L. Thank you for your optimism, Lore. What we're doing isn't easy under the best of circumstances, much less with the board cutting corners. I can promise you that our research is going to lead to a better Halcyon, even if we have to pay a terrible cost getting there. Oh dear. Why do I feel like Redacted is Phineas? Release of research data from Chartrand to Redacted. With all respect, I urge you to reconsider your decision to classify our research results on the native fauna of Terra 1. I assure you that we diligently redact our references to the project or its purposes from any papers we release. We've made several discoveries about how the terraforming process affected the nucleon of these Raptidon and Manti families. At the very least, allow us to inform our fellow board researchers that these creatures will perish when O2 concentrations are reduced to 19.5%, a level within human tolerance. This is not about fame or prestige. This is about potentially saving lives, please. You have your orders, Doctor. Your mission is too important, too sensitive to allow any hint of it to reach the public. Well, clearly we're about to save the whole damn planet.
Captain, I've touched down on Cascadia's landing pad. You'll need to connect the storage tanks to my fueling system, and then initiate the transfer from an authorized terminal within the lab.
Messages, return to route. Okay, I think it had something else to say after I was landing Arda, but it seems not to want to say it anymore. Just make sure we unlock the extra entries. How large is the facility actually? Okay, quite large. Which means it's probably sneak and continue sneaking until... Thank you for the enemy highlights that I couldn't have even seen yet. Mantis, fine. So how would I drop the O2 concentration of an entire planet? Because surely if we can fix the Raptidons and Mantisaurs of this area, then the board will have less to sling against Monarch. And so Monarch can be more of an established kind of workers' colony. Here's hoping the absolute least. Hello. Flamethrower, ordnance control helmet. I mean, I'll pick up all of these. Still don't think I really need them. What is the defense skills +5? Although, again, remember, that reads effectively +10 for me because I get double the effect. Mag to zap, shock, damn. I'm looking for another mag to melt. So I can make up for the one that I've already thrown away. Thank heck that didn't seem to alert any enemies. Alright. So the damage per shot is doubled effectively for the hunting rifle ultra. Maybe I should start by shooting a shot of the hunting rifle ultra, then swap to the Deadeye in TTD, and then just continue loading.
Watch out. Someone's booby-trapped the place.
Evidently. Pretty damn effectively as well. Good lord. That's about the time that I'm pleased that I have a sniper rifle. Aha. 74A. This feels like a kind of invalidate the entire mission if you manage to lockpick this sitch, but stealth skills, right? Where are my stealth skills? On this one. Let's have a look at the character again. We're on 94 lockpick. And that's with the concussion, bringing us down 6. So as soon as the concussion is over, we'll be able to unlock this. There we are.
How'd you do that so fast?
All I had to do is change clothes to look real ugly. Yeah, there's my anti-rag gear. Ooh, new emotes. Yep. The Rhapsody 5 Yay and Rhapsody 5 Gasp have both been approved. Now all I need to do is become a partner so they can become Raps Gasp and Raps Yay rather than Rhapsody 5. I don't know why that's a thing they lock behind partnership. It seems a little trivial, but yeah. I guess they're looking for features to lock behind partnership so that they can get people to be more consistent. I probably have the ability to just use this terminal and solve the mission right now. Considering it cost us 100 to get in here, that seems... That seems to track. Because it makes more people want to be partnered and do what they say. Yeah. Yeah, that is the reason for it. It's just, I guess I'm lamenting that being the reason for it more than anything else. Sorry, I'm just going to exit that immediately. Did your webcam shake from that explosion? Yeah, I got shaken. You can see because apparently I've decided to move alongside. Alright.
Captain, this terminal controls airflow for the entire bunker.
Sounds like a good idea to turn it down.
Got an idea.
Let's hear it. Don't suffocate us, Ellie. What, go in shooting? Let's hear it, Ellie.
I'll drop the O2 levels to 19.5%. That's still enough for humans, but the mantisaurs will die in a matter of minutes. Here goes.
Oh, we don't even get to tell you to do it? Good plan.
Don't thank me yet.
Nice one.
How long do I just stay here?
Something on...
Nothing? Look at Max, don't move like that. Change stunt filters. Let's make it purple, Bray. Great choice. Now take a deep breath and enjoy that signature Rizzo aroma. Warning. When Rizzo's signature scents are active, do not stand near an open vent for more than 10 minutes at a time. Rizzo is not responsible for any hallucinations or lung damage that occur after the point. And then I'm just going to change it to all of the different kinds of purple beret. It says that the air quality is still down to that. Although, if that's survivable for humans, maybe I just continue going around. Damn it. Oh, I could have sworn there was going to be something just in and amongst there. Alright, never mind. Apparently, I'm going to have to turn the steam off before that. So we have two different directions that we have unmarked to go. That a... Oh my god, it is. Turrets. Although they seem to have been powering the trip mines? Oh, I guess they were the... They would have been the result of the trip mines. Had I tripped them, they would have started to attack me, I think. Okay. Shock weapon.
Nice one. We are just that good.
Not used to having to fire more than once at something, so it feels like this weapon is bad, despite the fact that it's probably real good. Although it'll definitely end up scaling pretty poorly. Sadly, being a relatively low-level weapon by the time we found it.